So, like I said, a lot of these things are pretty deceiving. One of the apps that I like to use is MyFitnessPal, and the reason I use that one is because it has a barcode. I scan it, and the barcode, even for some of the Korean products, are showing up with all writing in English. So you kind of have an idea of, well, that has that much sugar in it. I probably shouldn't consume it. Okay, especially when we jump into the either CVU or 7-Eleven and get something to drink.
Bacardi Sweat.
Yeah, Bacardi Sweat's another one. All right. So this gives you an idea about some of the sugar content in beverages. And this is just based off of 8 ounces, like 1 cup, not the whole bottle. So you can kind of look at that and see. I mean, I can tell you, like, for my kiddos, the biggest culprit is the apple juice. So it adds up pretty fast.
All them Red Bull and Bacchus.
I'm just drinking the straight Red Bulls at this point.
White coffee has no sugar.
All right.
White coffee has
Okay.
no sugar.
So ideally, in this world, the DFAC would be a great option. Looking at the Go for Green products, if possible, I usually tell people if you can look at the item, and if you see any kind of grease sticking out or it's something very saucy, and it still shows green, probably don't grab it. They're still working on this system.
Last time I ate at the defect, they had fried catfish as green.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So I've run into that issue. I'm not even in charge of the defects, so I can't even have a say on it. But if you guys have lots of complaints, I can send you to the defect dietitian. So hopefully he'll make it down here at some point in the next 2.5 years. Sorry, I've been here 2.5 years and I've tried. It's a lost battle, but other people might be able to get through them.
Okay.
So yeah. Yep, that's exactly how it works. At the shop things like beef jerky, making sure that they are lower in sugar, so make the comparisons on the back of the label, because they do actually put sugar in jerky. Milk or yogurt is also a similar thing. You don't really want things that have sweetened with, like caramel or something like that, or chocolate, because definitely it's more added sugar added to it. Nuts are the same way. You'd really want to go with the raw, which I see over there for the cashew. Popcorn, minimal on the butter and on the salt. If you can pop your own popcorn, that's your best option, honestly.
So you add the butter oil on there.
Like I said, if you don't have popcorn that often and you choose to have popcorn, granola bars, that's a big one. A lot of people don't realize that those are like sugar bombs if you don't check them. Okay? So really make sure you find ones that say with minimal sugar in them. Your fruit cups, ideally in 100% juice, or in water when you buy them. Okay? And then, of course, tuna pouches, it's just watching the amount of sodium when you buy those. Any questions so far?
So beef and leaf is good.
What?
So the beefy leaf is good if you could watch your portion of meat.
Don't get unlimited.
Yeah.
What about like canned vegetables and stuff like that?
So ideally the goal is fresh, frozen, canned. So if you have to and there's no other option, then canned is fine. The thing about canned is I always tell people just to rinse out, as much as you can, the amount of salt that comes in it. So
It's got preservatives.
yeah. Sodium is a very good preservative. Sugar is also a very good preservative. So that's why you'd be surprised where sugar sits in certain foods that are processed. When you go to eat some of these places, definitely you can make some healthier alternatives. Okay. Even if you pick something unhealthy, then try to pick something healthy off the menu. Does that make sense? So if you're gonna have yourself a burger, don't have the fries. Try to have a salad. You can make alternatives happen. The question is how hungry are you walking into the location, because that's what makes your decision. Like I said, I can give you all this advice, but it's up to you and your mind on what you decide to do. So, and then of course, any local Korean restaurants, we mentioned the barbecue with meat and veggies, any veggie-filled soups. Kimchi is a great one. Shabu shabu. Anything that has a lot of veggies packed in it is usually going to be your better option. Okay. And like I said, they have a lot of side pickled veggies, or even things like anchovies and that kind of stuff that are healthy for you. All right. Any questions? Okay. All right. This is where everybody hates me. Alcohol. contributes to excessive calories can lead to weight gain. And the reason it leads to weight gain fast, sad to say, is because basically your body will utilize some of the alcohol for fuel, and the rest of it it'll store as fat automatically. So it gets deposited in your abdomen. That's how we get beer bellies. Okay? Or whatever other alcohol belly. Separate alcohol and exercise definitely by 8 hours. There are some health benefits, like having a glass of wine, but that's one glass of wine, not a whole bottle of wine. I've heard that one.
What if you're a bigger person?
What if to have one, what, to the bottle of wine? But it's definitely detrimental to physical performance. So, I mean, it catches up to you guys. You know, having it here and there is fine as a celebratory, but not like sit there and binge drink. Okay? Go ahead. So, adequate fluids. Thirst does not always tell you when you need water. Okay? We could be in the middle of winter and we don't feel like we need water because we're not sweating it off. So, it's really key to make sure you're drinking water throughout the day. Drink before, during, and after your exercise. And of course, when your body gets low on water, endurance, stamina, speed, and concentration can be weakened. So, don't be the guy. I know that, like I said, we're going into winter months, but when it gets very hot or so very cold, you know, it's really important to make sure we're getting in water, either through fruits or vegetables also, and not depending so much on the energy drinks and stuff like that. So this kind of gives you an idea of like what your hydration urine should be. Not so much that you need to drink these beers, okay? So the hydration, ideally, optimal or well hydrated should be those colors. So kind of more like the Bud Light, you know, a little more lighter than that. And then of course, you know, the other ones are, we need to seek medical attention if it's that dark, guys. Okay? I'm not kidding you, it's happened. There's people that don't drink water, and it makes a difference. Okay? Go ahead. Alright, so the label. For those that don't know how to read the label, ideally this is actually one of our oldest labels. Hopefully the new one will pop up in a second. But ideally you start out with your serving size. So the serving size is going to be based on what you see there. So the 90 calories, 3 grams of fat, 0 grams of saturated fat is for that half a cup. Okay. When you consume more than that, you're going to have to start doubling numbers. So let's just say I ate 1 cup, you're going to multiply everything by 2. Okay? So keep that in mind that sometimes we don't tend to follow the serving size. Sometimes we tend to eat the whole package and realize we might have eaten like 4 or 5 servings. So, and that's very easy for the to-go stuff that you see at the shopette. You know, you grab a bag of chips, don't realize that that's 2.5 servings from that bag of chips that you just ate. And it was 99 cents, you would think. But that's how much it's concentrated. Okay? It's very important to make sure you check your calories, but also you limit the nutrients that are in yellow. And then, you know, get the other nutrients, hopefully, like, you know, if you're looking in proteins, you know, you can definitely see where you might either need more or less depending on what your body needs or what you're trying to do. Sugars, the minimal, the better. Fiber, definitely higher. But in general, what the new label has, and I don't know if it's in the next, you want to pull the next one?
Added sugar.
Yeah. The new label has added sugars now. So that's really important to make sure that you are looking into that. So what is an added sugar? So added sugar is going to be things like table sugar, brown sugar, honey, raw sugar, anything that you have to add to a product to make it either stay on the shelf longer or taste better.
Corn syrup.
Those are all added sugars. So it's really important to make sure that you don't have any added sugars in your products. So ideally, if you don't have to buy anything that has a label on it, more like your lean meats, your eggs, your fresh fruits and your vegetables, then they're not going to say added sugar on it. But anything that comes in a package or in a box or in a can is going to say added sugar on it. Okay, so keep that in mind. Yes?
So why is added sugar worse than sugar that's already in it?
So the sugar that's already in it, I mean, of course, depending on what you're buying. If you're buying like Twinkies and Ho-Hos, that's just sugar that already is part of the product, no matter what. But if you're having like, you know, like say fruit Jello, like let's just say the little cups that have fruit and Jello in them, we know that they're adding sugar because of the Jello. So there'll be normal amount of sugar for the fruit, which is good for you, but then you have the added sugar that comes with the Jello.
It's like you buy, say, strawberries, for instance. You get like a package and it says organic, right? Well, if it's organic, then why do you have to add sugar? And that's where you can tell if a product is like really healthy for you, or like does it have fructose, which is a natural sugar in strawberries or whatever, or are they adding a bunch of crap to it and making you think that it's really healthy and it's not?
Any other questions, then? Those are some good questions. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so where are your calories coming from?
All of them.
Oh, what you see. Let's move on to the next one. So, how many calories do you guys think are in 10 buffalo wings?
Probably about 700, 800.
We need an expert.
Maybe 1,000.
Let's move on to the next slide so you guys can see. So, 720 calories for 10 of those wings, 50 grams of fat. I don't think any of that is healthy fat.
Depends on what oil they fry.
10 grams of saturated fat. It's the oil, but I mean even that. So a lot of people think that frying even in olive oil would make it healthier. Sad to say that's not the situation. Frying in general is unhealthy, and the reason for that is because basically there's a conversion that happens when it hits a certain temperature to solid. So even if you fry in olive oil, it still converts to solid at a specific temperature, and so it's still unhealthy for you. So sautéing in olive oil is a better option because it's at a lower medium heat and you're not frying it. But if you deep fry something in olive oil, it's not healthy.
What about air frying?
Air frying is different because you're not deep frying it in oil.
So wings, air fried wings are good?
A lot healthier, yeah. A lot healthier. Now, to say that wings are a healthy kind of meat, not as healthy as we'd like it to be, no.
I'll be tearing them up.
But it is a healthier alternative than buying wings out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, 10 grams of saturated fat, and then you see the amount of sodium. So keep in mind for sodium, the actual daily intake should be roughly about 2,400. Okay. I know that a packet of ramen can roughly be about 1,700 or 1,800 milligrams already. So keep that in mind. And if we consume more than one packet, you've already went overboard. So, and then you see the dipping sauce can also add up. All right. What about hand-tossed pepperoni pizza? Had to bring it home, right? Because you guys get that here.
It's like 200 per slice, I think.
610 calories. 30 grams of fat. Saturated fat, like yeah, you see the sodium is crazy, but the saturated fat is also what brings it to a whole other level. They say to actually not go more than roughly about 3 grams of saturated fat in a serving. So this is past the amount that you should have for a serving.
Which one is the healthy fat?
So healthy fat is the unsaturated, so you see a UN saturated or polyunsaturated. So yeah.
What about monounsaturated?
That's the unsaturated for mono.
What's up, Scott?
Was that from like 3 slices?
That's from 3 slices of pizza, yeah.
So you're probably just thinking I can have 2 and be okay?
No, he eats the whole pizza.
Yeah, they had like a whole box.
Now these are like, if you're looking at a normal pizza, do you seriously sit there and eat the whole box? Or do you have a pan size?
He absolutely does.
Oh, okay, never mind. Because I was gonna bargain with you like, well, if it's a pan size, it's different. But if
Go
it's a
sit in
whole-
the food court for a day, Miss Wolf.
Yeah, go see and see how
Be
much
like,
they eat.
"What?"
All right, how many calories do you think are in 2 cheesy breadsticks?
It's not here. About 500?
450. 450.
340.
What
Yeah.
is?
So that's just 2 of them. I mean, for you guys that are really trying to watch your intake, you know, it adds up pretty fast. Because it's not just this that we eat, but we also have to have the pizza, then we have to have the soda. And so it kind of all adds up a lot faster. So we're consuming, and I'll show you in a second how much it really goes into. All right, I do have to hit Bluebell. So
That's what it is. That's
Texas.
720 calories for 2 cups. All right. So it's basically one of those scoops plus another scoop ideally makes the 2 cups. It's not much. But look at the saturated fat. That's what kind of concerns me. That's huge. All right? Like I said, that's the stuff that blocks the arteries. So you gotta watch your ice cream intake too. All right. This is what a cheat day would look like.
That sodium.
How do you
Keep
eat that
this in
much?
mind, guys, because they do. It happens on a weekend.
I've definitely had that day.
That's like 3 days.
Actually, that's not that much. Think about it.
What?
It's not that much, no. You decide not to eat breakfast. You have wings with dipping sauce, potato wedges, beer, and then 3 slices of pizza, some breadsticks with cheese, and some ice cream.
Healthiest option is beer with no fat,
That's like
no sodium.
And it's only 2 of them, though. Like, you're not, you're sitting there consuming like a 6-pack and doesn't, yeah, that's only 2 of them.
That's meal replacement.
But anyways, I want you guys to see that it adds up pretty fast, so we decide to have 2 meals out already in one weekend.
Let's skip breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dog, that's your weekly intake.
Well, I don't eat breakfast.
Oh,
You
We
should
need
eat
to chat about
breakfast.
that one.
yeah.
Alright, so plan your meals like you plan your workout, guys. It's really, really important. What you fuel your body is what makes up your body. So if you really don't want it to have like great physique, then do whatever you want with your body. But if you really want to have a 6-pack, you want to have, you know, better looking arms and legs, then you gotta fuel your body better. Okay? Better food intake. Alright. Okay. So, some pre-workout options. Keep in mind, I'm just gonna throw the list out there so you guys can see.
English muffin.
All right.
See, waffles are good.
In
Not
portions.
if you drain them in freaking syrup.
In portions. Okay. This is usually during your exercise. If it's less than 60 minutes, they usually recommend water. If you're doing more than 60 minutes, then they recommend usually some of these things added to your water. Okay. So, drinking Gatorade and Powerade just to drink it is not going to benefit you at all. All right, unless you're profusely sweating more than 60 minutes. Okay, so like I said, it all depends on the type of activity, but in general, they should, you know, it empties your stomach and intestines rapidly, it tastes good, provides carbs when exercise is greater than 60 minutes, contains a very amount of salt, so knowing the Gatorade is actually working for you is when you actually don't taste the salt. If you taste the salt in Gatorade, it's not working for you. Because your body is basically absorbing the salt it needs. So,
Seriously, it's completely unpalatable.
provide no more than 19 grams of carbs per 8 ounces, and then so some good options that show on there. Okay, so timing of nutrient delivery is critical to sustaining performance. So like you see in the chart, you know, recovery, exercise, refueling, recovery, exercise, refueling, so on.
Another question, Becca.
Yes.
Why is it so difficult to eat right after a workout?
Because your body dumps out adrenaline into your system, and it actually gives you a satiety, so you feel satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
So you actually, sometimes you're not hungry about an hour maybe after you work out.
Sympathetic, parasympathetic.
Yeah.
So is it better to eat before workout or?
It depends on when you go to work out. It really does. Ideally, if you have like no energy at all, then yes, I mean, please try to consume something. I mean, if you're a person that you can't eat anything because it's gonna make you throw up, you know, when you work out, then don't eat. But what I do say is it's important to refuel, you know, after you have worked out, even if it's that 30 minutes or that 1 hour after. Okay. I have people where they, you know, they haven't had lunch. Let's say they work out after work. So they ate lunch at 12, their workout's not going to be till 4:30, then ideally having a snack around 3 would be important to really boost that workout because you have no fuel in your system.
I had a question. It was from the earlier slides with the sleeping.
Yes.
I know a lot of people who can't get the 8 hours. Let's say you get a couple hours. If it's broken up throughout the day, is it the same as getting the 8 hours up front?
So So if they get snaps in between, that's
So this
perfect.
it's still the same.
It's still the same.
Okay.
Yeah, it works out. Yeah.
So naps during duty hour?
No.
No.
Unless your name's
You
White.
get, you get an hour and a half long lunch break though.
So post-workout, refuel and rehydrate within 30 to 60 minutes. So eating mixed fuel of your carbs and proteins. So it gives you some idea of some options there.
Are these in the books?
There are some.
Okay.
But you could probably just pass the PowerPoint to them, share it with them. All right. So ideally, this is what moderate training looks like. You know, when it comes to eating. So keep in mind, you know, the carbs can be a little bit more because basically you're working it off. Hopefully, your raw veggies, cooked veggies are almost half your plate, guys. And then you got a good section of protein. You're including in some fats in there, and then of course, you know, getting in some fruits. And then those are your beverages, ideally, that don't have, hopefully, too much sugar. So. Alright, so what is a supplement? Because this is what we tend to go towards instead. So, usually, safety and efficacy testing not required prior to hitting the markets. So they could sell you anything and everything. I don't like to point out GNC, but that's the main common one that happens in all army posts or military posts. Yeah.
One of them used to have meth in them. One of the
So,
pre-workouts.
HPRC-online.org is a great website to go check out your supplements, looking for the warning signs, and choosing products with the third-party verification. So you see these labels on the actual foods they've been verified. Okay, on the actual supplements. They can sell you anything and everything. And the thing about it is that there's now studies and research that is coming out where all these supplements are doing something to your body. Okay, it might not be short term, it might be more long term. But I even had one where I read up. I think I want to say it was a few months ago. I even stated it on the radio, where they had about 740 supplements tainted with Viagra.
Which
And you can look it up. There's a database of all of them. They listed them all out.
Well, it's an important issue because although
What's his
Viagra is
website for a
actually a
friend
blood
of
pressure
mine?
medicine, it has a side effect of that, but initially Viagra was introduced to the market as a blood pressure medicine. So if your
Yeah.
blood pressure just drops, you're going to start having fainting spells.
So, and the thing about it is that it wasn't just in like testosterone stuff, but it was also in like weight loss supplements. So something that you didn't really need, or muscle building supplements that you didn't really need it in. So, like I said, keep in mind you don't really know what's in your product, so do your research. You know, don't just buy something because somebody says, "Oh, I lost the weight," and da 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 da. Do the research on it. Make sure you know what you're taking. Okay. Make sure you know what side effects they have.
Subway lost so many.
those fat burners don't work.
Mindful eating. So, I know with the military this is hard. Get out of autopilot. Okay. Eliminate your distractions. Eat with attention and attention. So, take your time to eat. You know, as kids, before even school started, because I know school is the same way, you have a certain amount of time to eat. You got to eat it before you go back to class. Take your time to enjoy what you're eating. If you don't like what you're eating, then don't buy what you're eating. Okay? But I think that reduces the opportunity to tend to overeat because we're actually listening to our body. At the same time, we appreciate what we're consuming. So notice how you feel after you're done eating. Okay? If you're feeling sluggish, then you might know that meal did not make it for you. It's not really the greatest of meals for you. And I like to, whenever I keep some kind of food diary, I like to write to the side how that meal makes me feel. Because if that meal make me not feel so great, then what's the point of eating it? So, some of the apps that are recommended when it comes to workouts, if you're an app person, or eating healthier. There's many apps out there also for getting water intake, if you're having trouble getting water. There's just so many things made out there now.
I think Sergeant Pennington and I both use MyFitnessPal.
Yeah, I swear by it.
Yeah.
I just wish we can get it for free.
Well, you
Just use the one
upgrade.
that was downloaded.
That's what I'm saying, the upgrade.
Yeah, I don't do the upgrade. I get the free part of it.
Well, that's the only way you can like change, because not everything that you find in there, like for instance, I eat those bag salads with the
Mhm.
croutons and stuff, but I take the croutons out. So if I'm trying to count my macros, that's the only way that you can eliminate and change it to zero without, stuff.
Yeah, no, I just kind of keep that on the back of my mind and not, but yeah. Alright, of course, take a look at your usual intake, identify areas that you want to improve. Make 1 or 2 specific goals to move towards a healthier lifestyle. And like I said, every meal is important for overall health and performance. Take away out of this, sustaining health and preventing disease. That's why nutrition is important. Fueling our bodies, enhancing mental and physical well-being. So it's not just affecting you physically, guys. It affects you mentally too. So keep that in mind. Whatever you feed, your brain functions on. So choose fresh and minimally processed foods. Increase your vegetables, fruits. So I didn't really go much into the whole grains and healthy fats, but for those people that don't know what whole grains are, they're going to be things like brown rice, quinoa. They're going to be whole grain pasta, whole grain bread. And the way to verify something is whole grain is actually turn the label around, look at the product around, look at the ingredients, and that first word should say whole grain. If it's oats, whole grain, rice, whole grain, it should say that, okay? It's not gonna be whole grain if it doesn't have that as the first ingredient. Completely whole grain. And then healthy fats, like I mentioned before, nuts, seeds, avocados. You have your oils, olive oil, grapeseed oil, canola oil if you have to depend on that. And then of course you have your lean proteins. That's going to be anything that says lean or loin on it. Fish is a great one. Okay, so keep that in mind.
Unless it's raw.
But I think in general, if you start choosing less of the stuff that's in a package and try to be more wholesome, it'll make a bigger difference for you. Okay?